Hi, my name is Andrew Malekoff. I'm the Executive Director and CEO of North Shore Child and Family Guidance Center. We were alerted on July 6th that almost $8 million of funding was being cut by Nassau County to human services agencies. A little bit before that, on May 20th, I attended a legislative meeting and I pled for no cuts to go through. I asked the 19 members of the Nassau County Legislature, if they did cut this funding, what the contingency plan would be. At first there was silence, and then the answer that I received was that we're not privy to Mr. Mangano's plans. And then I listed a number of emergency situations that we had recently seen at the Guidance Center. We see emergencies at a rate of 20 to 25% of all of our calls. And some of those are involving drug abuse and drug addiction. I was then told that, well, if the funding is cut, they might have to go to the Department of Social Services. I reminded them that the Department of Social Services is not a licensed mental health agency, nor is it a licensed chemical dependency agency. Sometime after that, I attended another legislative meeting, and I asked the legislators if they were aware of what it cost for an inmate to spend 1 year in jail at the Nassau County Jail. They looked to one another, they didn't have an answer. I told them it was $86,000. $86,000 for one person, 1 year in jail. I asked them, with the cuts to these human services funding, who would subsidize the increasing number of people who would spend time in jail and also in chemical dependency and mental health institutional settings for long-term care, which could be upwards of $150,000 a year. The cuts to human services is something that needs to change. It needs to be reversed. In 2009, County Executive Swazi turned these human service agencies and their clientele into unpaid lobbyists to fight for revenue enhancers. Those included red light camera revenues, cigarette taxes, and traffic violation reform. The only one of those that passed was the red light cameras. And after that passed, the full legislature approved funding for human services that would be dedicated for those services. County Executive Ed Mangano has taken those funds off the table, and now there are 50+ agencies that are reeling as a result of that. The youth services system has been decimated. There are a number of agencies that will go out of business if the funds are not restored. Chemical dependency and mental health funds have been cut, and therefore those programs have been depleted. This is an unconscionable situation. The 19 county legislators and the county executive are really in the midst of a situation that will say much about what their legacy will be. Will it be to restore these funds and bring these services back to life, these much needed services for the most vulnerable citizens of Nassau County? Or will these funds continue to be lost, and therefore these services come to an end or be depleted without return? The federal government has bailed out powerful financial institutions, and Nassau County is now throwing its most vulnerable citizens overboard. I ask County Executive Mangano and the 19 county legislators to work together to restore these funds as soon as possible. Thank you.